3 years ago today,
Whoa.
the first case of COVID was diagnosed in the United States.
And look at all the fun we've had since.
Thanks, Obama.
What?
Juice!
Hey, welcome back to our Stupid Directions. Of course,
Remember that trend?
you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter for more juicy content. Thanks to Patreon. Follow us official Twitter account. Subscribe if you haven't hit the like button.
If you want your life to be juicy.
It helps the algorithm. Today, we got a conversation with Shah Rukh Khan.
We're having a conversation with Shah Rukh Khan.
We are having a conversation
Is he
with
in
Shah
the
Rukh Khan.
kitchen?
I hope so. But this is a YRF released this. It's for Pathaan. It's like the only promotion they're doing.
Don't need it.
Like, the director said, we're only going to do promotion after it releases. He says, I want the magic of Shah Rukh Khan, everybody to have that
draw it.
anticipation.
Yeah. You know how much money?
It's doing insane.
You know
right
how much
now.
money you save on your advertising dollars when your film stars SRK? You know how much you don't have to spend on advertising?
It's doing slightly under what KGF and RRR did in advances right now. Slightly under.
And then if it turns out to be as good as the trailer looks,
Who knows?
who knows?
But the fact that they're just like, it's Shah Rukh.
Yeah.
You're going to see it.
Yeah. It's like,
What, you're just not going to see
you're
it
not
because they
going to go
did promotion?
see it? Yeah, because I didn't see a poster in my neighborhood. I'm not going to go watch SRK.
No, they're doing it. Anyways, so this is a little
promotional conversation
thing. Here we go.
Pathaan is an easy guy, doing
Wow.
That was amazing.
doing a lot of tough things, and I think he's naughty, he's tough, but doesn't wear it on his sleeve. He's trusting, he's honest, and I think he's very single-mindedly thinks of India as his mother. I came to the film industry 32 years ago to be an action hero, but I missed the boat because they made me a romantic hero. I only wanted to be an action hero. I mean, I love DDLJ and I love Rahul and Raj and all these good, sweet boys. But I always thought I was an action hero. So for me, it's my dream come true. To be able to surprise as an actor, you really have to give yourself into the hands of a capable director. And I think this genre of film, nobody knows better than Siddharth. So there's not much to question. I'm working with him first time, and this kind of cinema he knows very well. So I just love the world that Siddharth makes. But when I heard Jhume Re Pathaan in the car, Sid made me hear outside the studio, so my car speakers and all. So as soon as what is now fashionably called the drop comes, Jhume Re Pathaan, so I think I start feeling this. You feel like dancing, and I think Bosco did some. He was trying to make me do a lot of all that dancing and all. So I had to fight with him to not make me do it. I just wanted him to do a step which everyone can do with ease. Because it's that kind of song that it is dancey, but it should be like, chaya chaya. It should be easy to dance to. The way the song comes in the film is also, it's a celebration. It's like all things done well now and let's celebrate kind of. It's a party song in the film also. We know Siddharth and his team chooses some amazing exotic locations. They were quite virgin locations for me also, and I've never seen it. I've been to Spain before. But they were beautiful. Yeah. I mean, there's a town square we shot the song in, which also must have been emptied for the shoot because I didn't see any shops open, maybe few. There was this place with the cliff and water coming in on the beach. It was astounding to look at. I think all those locations were quite untouched. It was really nice. It was like breath of fresh air. I'd taken my kids, so it was nice to have them there. It was really wonderful. It was like a family holiday. I've known John since I've come to Mumbai. He's one of my first friends or first acquaintances to start with and then turned into friendship. I've known him for years. He's very shy, very quiet, very reclusive. I've met him many times when he's doing a film or we wanting to do a film together. And this happened per chance. I was very keen he does it, and he was kind enough to accept a role where he's really a bad guy. He's a top star. He has his own franchises happening and he's got some really cool action films happening. And then to decide to take on a film which is, he's a bad guy, So it takes a lot of guts, takes a lot of confidence in your own self, especially when I see in the Hindi film scenario, heroes don't play bad guys. I'd love to play bad guys. So I have a lot of...
Do it!
I gained deep respect for him. It was very nice working with him, and also I realized he's a gentle giant. You know, when we're doing action and everything, he says, no, you are, what did he call me? You are a national treasure. I will not hurt you. So I said, but you can, it's okay, you can talk to. So he's very shy. And I had to do a lot of convincing to tell him, it's okay, you can punch me, I won't get hurt. But I think he's so proficient in action. He really helped me look nicer, you know, in body language. Many a times he would say, Shah, just a little like this. You won't do it like this. Don't bend your body, just be up and all. So it was very kind of him. And I think if you're doing an action film and a co-star like John with you, I think it's a lot to learn, especially in this genre. Not to learn that, you know, being the star that he is, and the respect that he has for me, you know, the way the film has gone off smoothly, and it's a big challenge for someone like him. And I hope genuinely that when Pathaan comes out, the most liked character in the film is John's. I really wish, because it takes a lot of guts to do what he's done as an actor, as a star, and at his you know, space and place that he is. You need someone of the stature of Deepika to be able to pull off a song sequence like Besharam Rang, and then you know, to be able to do an action where she takes a guy and pulls him right over herself and beats him, and you believe it. She's tough enough to do that. I mean, I think she looks tougher than me in the action scenes. So, you know, that kind of a combination could have only been achieved with someone like Deepika, I think. And then there's a whole emotional thing. So there are 2-3 sequences in the film where you get to know why is she this balancing act of not knowing is she good or bad. And then there is a huge vulnerable side to that character. You know, being an action film, obviously we can't dwell too deep into it and keep on following that approach, because when you come to see an action film, after 10-12 minutes, you want to see action or you know, some thrill going on. But I think there's enough...
Sounds like we can expect a lot of action.
Extremely, how do I say, likable, vulnerable in a nice way, not that because she's a lady, and very strong. So physically she has to look like that and still feminine. You know, so it's quite a layered character for an action film heroine, so to say. To be honest, it's been a long time since I've entertained people with a good film, so I think this one will. And it's an action film, it's close to my heart, all films are. And I think it's made with a lot of goodness from a lot of good people. And yeah, so I hope you enjoy it. It's larger than life. I think it's cinematic, which is the call of the day. It's film that you want to watch on a big screen. After seeing it 2-3 times on big screen, then maybe you can watch it on OTT. But before that, watch it on big screen. I think it's fun. It's happy, it's good looking, it's I think technically quite forward. Lovely locations, lovely songs, beautiful people, and I think the action is really nice. You know, many years ago, I was once driving in a car in Delhi, and I think I saw Mr. Shatrughan Sinha in a car next to mine. I have nothing to do with films. I'm, I think, in school or maybe college, and when I saw him, it looked like someone I knew. You know, yeah, I know this man. And I took it so personally to say hi to him. The cars were like this at a red light, and he was going slow, and he looked, and I said, hey, you know, like, and he was very kind, he smiled, he did this, and he said, hey, yaar, apna. And it's always apna, you know. And I didn't think I'll be an actor, but once I became an actor, and when I realized when people see me, I have also started assuming that they think of me as their apna. And they come with Shah Rukh. They may not know me, they may not even like me, I may not even be their favorite star, but there is a familiarity because I'm there in their houses, on the televisions, in ads, on roads, on hoardings. I'm a part of their lives, you know. So it's very difficult that it's just impossible for me to disappoint them. You know, कि अगर कोई बोले कि अरे, and I'm a मुंह के चला जाऊँ. So I feel it's as simple a thing as that. So it's not I do anything great by meeting the people who've come to see me. The little kids, I'm sure the fathers have said, ki, come, I'll show you my favorite star. Maybe the kid doesn't even know me. But I just feel that that father should not be disappointed in front of his son. Ki, Papa, you said it's your favorite star, but you didn't even say hi. So I think it's important. I think it's, and it's a very simple thing. It's no big deal. I think it's just my way of also showing gratitude. And I think it's my way of letting everyone know that the fact that you think I'm your own is not untrue. I am your own. You know, I don't know if I'll see them again. I don't know if we'll ever cross paths again. And as an entertainer, your job is to make everyone smile. when they come in touch with you, whether it's professionally or personally. So if somebody meets me somewhere in between, which is not personal or professional, I think it's your job to make sure that if they met Shah Rukh or any actor, it was good meeting him. I should have entertained them for that 5 seconds.
Be nice if every celebrity felt that way.
Like Bill Cosby.
Or just, there are a lot of people out there who you hear the stories about them not being kind to people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's always seemed like a very nice, genuine person.
Oh, yeah. And does not take for granted, who butters his bread, as it were. That
Who does?
His audience.
His help.
Yeah. His success is he takes full responsibility for the fact that he is where he is because of the fans that love him.
Obviously, we are very excited about Pathaan. We haven't gotten our tickets yet. We're still, since obviously we're in the United States, it much less screens than India.
But it's still on quite a few screens.
It's still on quite a few screens, but like when KGF or RR came out, there were like theaters that don't normally play Indian films.
Even Pramastra.
Yeah. That were playing it.
Yeah.
And so I was expecting that, and it hasn't happened here yet, and I don't understand why.
Right, because it opens next week, and typically the week before, on a Wednesday, is when the theaters drop showtimes for the week.
Yeah. And so I want to find it. I want to watch it on the biggest screen we can.
Yeah.
There's one that has a D-box, so like the seats move, I think, and stuff like that. But that's why we don't have them yet. But I'm not concerned about it selling out.
No.
I mean, I think I do see a lot of seats are already sold, much more than a normal Indian film here.
Right.
But not like it is in India.
Many times when we see a film, it's either a private showing or there's one or two people with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think this one will be different. Obviously, Shah Rukh Khan has a big audience here, and I'm excited that he said it's full of action.
Yeah.
And I've seen some people like, oh, you're going to be so disappointed in this film. I'm like, what are you expecting from this film?
Right.
Because I'm expecting a little better than war in terms of like everything.
Right.
A little better
action, better effects, better story,
better acting, better story. Hopefully, right?
Right.
And obviously we had Rithik, but we didn't really know Tiger very well at all. But you have three good performers in this, and Shah Rukh Khan, Deepika, and John Abraham.
Yeah.
And so I'm not expecting an award film.
Not at all. I'm expecting to be entertained.
And
if
an
I
action film
get
for 2.5 hours.
And if I also get to see some believable characters who have human aspects to them that cause me to care, that's going to be a bonus.
Yeah, I'm assuming there's going to be stuff that's going to be unbelievable in terms of like, there's no way that could ever happen.
Exactly.
I expect that though, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the chemistry of Shah Rukh Khan on screen. We've never seen him on the big screen before.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Deepika again. We haven't. This is our first time seeing John Abraham on the big screen.
Yeah, we've seen very few films of his.
He was our first fight scene.
Yes, he was. And we've seen just a few, but everything we've ever seen him in, we've liked him.
Yeah,
a lot. And so I'm looking forward to the film. I'm hoping it'll. Obviously, if it's not good, we're going to say. Obviously,
of course,
we were extremely excited for KGF. We all know how that turned out for us.
Yeah, KGF 2.
KGF 2. We like KGF 1.
Yeah,
but yeah. So obviously,
and Pushpa, same thing.
We're going to be.
We'll be honest.
I think Pushpa was a little more just disappointment, as opposed to like because it wasn't what.
Right.
We were told it was going to be.
Yeah, it was the whole analogy I use a lot of.
As opposed to
we saw the menu, and then when we got the plate, it wasn't what we expected.
As opposed to KGF 2, which we thought was bad.
Yeah.
Almost. Right?
Yeah.
Like I think Pushpa was just more disappointment that was like
it wasn't what we
like
expected.
More
Absolutely.
drama than action.
Right.
We didn't get anything here.
I will revisit Pushpa with the expectation of what I know it is before we get to the sequel.
Yeah.
So that I can be refreshed.
Yeah. So maybe the second one.
But I wouldn't revisit KGF 2.
No.
Sorry.
No.
I know millions of you love it.
So like, obviously, if this one gives you that extremely fun big action films, I think we're going to be very happy.
Absolutely.
I'm hoping, obviously, but once again, we will be honest.
It's like going to the next. I'm expecting the next Mission Impossible to just be fun, freaking crazy stunts and technology stuff and If there's also a poignant story, that's the bonus that many of the Mission Impossibles have, but not all of them.
Yeah.
You just go for the great action.
But it sounds like he even specifically said if like every 12 minutes people want more action. So that's kind of what I'm expecting now.
Well, the trailer sure made it feel that way.
like-
It looked like there were at least 10 different action sequences in this film.
So hopefully we're all 4 or 5 days away now.
Yeah.
From
Exciting.
seeing Shah Rukh Khan.
My wife's excited.
Yeah. But let us know if you're excited. If you already have your tickets, let us know down below.
Juice!